Okay. Let's give this a minute here. The heck? Sorry, folks. This is a test stream, but we will be learning Amazon Q shortly, or at least getting into it. Let me know if you guys can hear me okay in the chat. I haven't done a stream since like 2021, so this is a little bit different of a format for me. I hope there's no delay as well. Should be pretty live. Unless there's a setting here that I'm missing. Okay, might as well just start. I think you guys should be able to hear me. If you can't hear me, let me know. But I wanted to do this live stream just to learn a little bit about Amazon Q. I've been kind of behind the game on this, to be honest with you. Hey, Joseph. Hey, guys. Kind of burying my head a little bit, buried my head in the sand a little bit for LLMs in general. I've been using Claude and ChatGPT, and it's kind of improved my workflow quite a bit. But I wanted to spend a little bit more time learning about what Amazon Q has to offer. And it's a little bit overwhelming, to say the least, at least based on the documentation that I've looked at. But my goal here is to spend at least an hour or so taking a look at Q, maybe playing a little bit in the console, and just testing things out. I'm going to be making some notes on the side as well. And then I'll share these if you guys want them. I'll put them on GitHub or something like that so that you can have them too. But if you have questions in the chat, feel free to drop them in the chat and I'll try to answer them as I go along. So I figured let's just start in the console here. Going to go through some of the documentation, or sorry, not in the console, but on the home page. Then I have the console open on the side for Amazon Q. So we're going to be taking a look at this a little bit later as well. Usually what I like to do is just start in the console, but I have no idea how the pricing works for this service. So I'm a little bit scared to touch anything. So I'm going to wait on that, and then hopefully we'll figure out how everything works. We can enable everything and get started. Anyways, I'm going to be doing some reading out loud here, and let's just see what this is. So yeah, like many of you, I've watched the Andy Jassy, or what was the CEO of AWS that recently left, Adam Selipsky. I watched the keynotes in reInvent this year and watched the 2 or 3 minute video on Amazon Q. So they're talking a lot about it. Joseph says, I would be scared to to do this too. Don't want to end up homeless. Yeah, you should always understand the pricing model of a service before you touch it. Especially this one, which I believe can cost quite a pretty penny. But again, I don't know how it works yet. Anyways, let's read through this. So yeah, capable AI-powered assistant for accelerating software development. What is this? Okay, they have a video here. I think I've already watched this. It generates code, tests, debugs, and has multi-step planning and reasoning capabilities that can transform, implement new code generated from developer requests. Amazon Q also makes it easier for employees to get answers to questions across business data. This is where, at least for me, the interesting part about Q is, which is allowing you to providing it with your company data or, documentation or anything that you can put in there, and then just ask some, have a dialogue with it and ask questions to get answers. That seems very useful from a business perspective, being able to download your entire wiki if you work for a company and just dumping all the data in there, especially if you work for a company where a lot of the information is spread out across many different sources. Could be wiki, could be Google Docs, could be many different things, and you just kind of have it all over the map. So this seems very useful for a lot of businesses and even like customer facing applications, right? If you have say you own a cell phone company or something, right? And you have Q&A data or an FAQ or whatever, right? You can load your, I don't know what the concept is yet, but load your model with this data so that you can allow customers to interact with it in a much more native way. So that seems very interesting and intuitive. I know there is also like a developer productivity component of this, which I want to get into, but we'll get there in a couple minutes, hopefully. Anyways, makes it easier for employees to get answers to questions, yada, yada, such as company policies, product information, business results, code base, employees, and many other topics. Connect enterprise data repositories to summarize the data logically, analyze trends, and engage in dialogue about this data. Something I'd be curious, hopefully I can figure this out, is how do you actually keep this data up to date? Like, is there a mechanism where, like a portal where you can upload new documents, or does it like connect directly into your organization if you use like Google Drive and it automatically scans data? No idea, but hopefully we can figure that out. Anyways, products. Okay, Amazon Q. So this is where I got originally confused. And this has probably been one of the most confusing products I've ever tried to learn on AWS, because there's all these different like things as part of Q that do like, they look completely different, right? So there's the Q Business, which we kind of just talked about, Q Developer, which is like the coding assistant. And then for QuickSight, yeah, I think you can like ask questions about your data and it'll, I guess, do queries and transform it, something. Connect, which is for call centers, I believe. Provide better customer service. And AWS Supply Chain, I have no idea what this is. I've never used this service. Is it new? AWS Supply Chain coming soon. So maybe it is new. I don't know. But yeah, so this is where I got originally overwhelmed. If I were to hazard a guess, Amazon Q Business is probably going to be the most popular. Q Developer, for developer assistance, something like GitHub Copilot, and QuickSight seems kind of niche. Like these three seem kind of niche here, so probably not going to get around to these. I'm mostly interested in Q Business and Q Developer. So let's read about those, at least for this. So yeah, Q Business is generative AI powered assistant that can answer questions. Okay, we just talked about this. Q Developer. I've heard people talking about this, but I haven't tried it myself. So what does this do? Q Developer assists developers and IT professionals with all their tasks, from coding, testing, and upgrading applications to diagnosing errors, performing security scanning and fixes, and optimizing resources. Amazon Q has advanced multi-step planning and reasoning capabilities that can transform, for example, perform Java version upgrades and implement new features generated from developer requests. Using the AWS Builder ID, you can test for free. I hope I get to that. I did see that in Visual Studio Code, so I will be hopefully testing that out and just playing with it and see what it does. Anyways, let's kind of keep on going here in the homepage. Secure and private by design. Okay, governance, identities, roles, blah, 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 content usage. Yeah, this is a concern, I think, for many, which is what happens to your data. Does it stay local? Does this backend model train on it so that it starts kind of exposing some of your insights, or how does this work? So when you sign up for Q Developer Pro or Q Business Plans, we don't use content to improve underlying models for others. Your data is a differentiator. So this is key, I think, for a lot of folks, having like isolated data, or your data is isolated. And it's not going to be used to like derive any further insight and be used in competitor products, things like that. What else do we got here? Unite your data, sources, repositories, and enterprise systems. Easily and securely connects to over 40 commonly used business tools. Okay, here we go. This is what I was curious about. So it can connect to wikis, your intranet, Gmail, and Microsoft Exchange. Oh, so off email too. Salesforce, Slack, and S3. Cool. Simply point Amazon Q at your enterprise data and code repositories, and it will search all your data, summarize logically, analyze trends, and engage in dialogue with end users about the data. This helps business users access all their data no matter where it resides in your organization. So this is pretty neat. Like being able to connect to all these different data sources. This is something that we were just talking about, which I think would be great to have. So hopefully this means that it keeps it up to date. So as you populate more data into your wikis, or you write messages on Slack, it periodically pulls it in and kind of builds its knowledge graph based on that. But let's see if that's actually how it works. Okay, this is just some advertisement practically. Okay, other customers, cool. So people seem to be using this. Getting started. I'm going to open this in a new tab. I probably want to look at that in a minute. But I do want to look at the pricing for this sucker because I don't know how it works. I think someone said, Fazell mentioned that you can use your builder ID and you can test it for free, which I will probably end up doing. But let's just check this out. So Amazon Q pricing. Okay. Subscription pricing. So this is for Q Business. Offers 2 subscription models, Amazon Q Business Lite and Amazon Q Business Pro. So you can choose the right plan. Okay, so $3 per user per month. Okay. Provides users access to basic functionality such as asking questions and receiving permission-aware responses. Securely connect Q to your business knowledge and data. Receive permission-aware responses. And a conversational interface. Use secure and seamless sign-on with enterprise login. Something that I'm wondering here is, like sometimes in a company you have data that you only want certain people to see, for example. Like the most obvious example is maybe like financial reports, stuff like that, right? That's only viewable by people that are in finance or people that have sufficient permission. So I'm curious to see how this works with locking down permissions to certain pieces of content so only certain users can access it. So hopefully you can figure that out. But yeah, Minted says significant price difference. Yeah, this is huge, right? And it's per user too. So this can easily add up. So what does this do that's different? Business Pro. Provides users access to the full suite of Amazon Q business capabilities, including access to Q apps. What are Q apps? It doesn't really tell you. And Amazon Q and QuickSight. Okay, so this gives you access to the QuickSight plugin. So same feature here, securely connect to Amazon Q business knowledge and data. So we get that for the basic plan too. Receive permission-aware responses in a conversational interface. Responses up to 7 pages. Okay, so that's similar or the same thing here too. Use secure and seamless sign-on, same as the basics. So this is what you get out of it, basically everything from below. Create new content quickly. What does that mean? Doesn't really tell you, but okay, I guess we'll figure it out. Gain fast insights on your uploaded files. Okay, so this is what we were talking about before in terms of the like how often does it update or refresh based on your content. This looks like it triggers some kind of back-end job when you upload files, but is there something that periodically scans your data to see if there's something it can pull and train on? And then gain data insights with Amazon Q and QuickSight. Okay, we just saw that. Extend capabilities with custom plugins. Don't know what that is. Q apps. Don't know what apps are, and this doesn't really tell you. Choose the data source for each app card. Okay. Create and consume Amazon Q apps, outputs, and APIs. Have no idea what this is, why it's good, why it's bad. But yeah, Q Business seems pretty expensive, especially Pro. And especially if you have a lot of users. I'll probably sign up for this just to like test this out and like eat the cost, whatever, just because I'm curious. But let's keep on going here. All right, index pricing. This seems like, wait. So is this just overhead? So you have to pay this no matter what? This is like a user fee. And then there's like a data fee of some kind here. Can you guys see? Yeah, you can see. Amazon Q Business offers 2 index types for production and proof of concept workloads. You are charged for index units per hour, depending on the type of index and the number of units. Okay, I got to get this down. I need to figure out like what these index units are. You can increase or decrease the number of units based on the number of documents you want to index. Why would I? What is an index unit? And why would I want to increase or decrease them? Is this some type of like computing power thing? Okay. Note that once an index is created, you will incur charges for it. Fabulous. So it looks like this is in addition to your user fees. This is kind of like for your data storage and indexing of your data. So you get charged for it regardless of whether you have utilized any document capacity within that index. You can delete the index to stop charges. What does this even mean? Is it just me? Do you guys get this? Because I don't get it. Like it's something related to document store. And for some reason you want to increase units and maybe decrease them and you're charged once you start. Okay, let's keep going. The starter index is deployed in a single availability zone, making it ideal for POCs and developer workloads. Okay. Priced at 14 cents per hour for 1 unit. And you have a limit of 5 units per application. Okay. So hold on. Let me back up for a second. So we have Business Lite, which is $3 per month. And then you have Business Pro, which is $20 per month. And what do you get extra out of Business Pro? You get like supposedly the ability to create new content quickly and faster insights. Okay. Create content, whatever quickly means. Sorry, can you see my cursor? Oh, you mean because I'm using Vim? Maybe that's, or Vim mode. Gain fast insights, whatever that means. Okay. So that's like the overhead cost. And then we have this index pricing, which is index pricing. So first of all, like these are just notes to myself. Clarify what index units are. Index units are. But the pricing of them seems to be for starter index. Okay, I'm only ever going to use starter index here. Maybe we'll just remember that enterprise is double, approximately double. Starter index, which is 1 AZ, is 0.14 per hour per unit, max 5. Okay. 1 unit includes 1 unit is equal to 100 hours of connector. And 20K docs or 200 megabytes of text. Okay. And then this is, okay, this is more for availability. Got it. For the enterprise one. All right, there's a free trial. Cool. Free trial for Amazon Q Business and Amazon Q and QuickSight are as follows. Looks like they had something that we just missed. So they should probably just take this off the documentation. Free trial terms. Amazon Q Business user subscription. Amazon Q Business Pro and Lite. Okay. Business Index. Okay. And QuickSight. All right. And then what does it say? On and after July 1st, you get a 60-day free trial for up to 50 Amazon Q Business. Oh, okay, cool. So you can try this for free for 60 days for business. So that's not bad. And then you get free trials for 1,500 index hours per application. I still don't know like how this exactly works, but it does look like we have a free trial here. 30-day free trial for up to 4 users per Amazon QuickSight account. Okay, we got that too. You always want to read the fine print on this. So what does this say? Customer subscribing the same user to both products with an Amazon Q Business Pro subscription. The free trial, okay. Don't think we need to care about that. Free trial applies per user. If a user has used their free trial in one Amazon Q business application or QuickSight account, okay, we don't care about that. One free trial application per AWS payer account. Okay, don't really care about that. Pricing examples. I glossed over this and was like horrified by some of these numbers here, but let's read this together. So you're a company with 5,000 employees looking to deploy Amazon Q Business. You decide to purchase Amazon Q Business Lite, by the way, $3 per user. So you have 4,500 users, and Business Pro for 500, which was, I think we said $20 a month, right? Yeah, $20 a month. Okay. And so you have 1 million enterprise documents across sources like SharePoint, Confluence, and ServiceNow, and the need to index with an enterprise index. Your monthly charges will be, okay, so 1 million documents will need 50 index units of 20K capacity each, assuming that each extracted text size of 1 million documents is less than, okay, this calculation is just confusing. Okay, wow, $10,000 just for that? And that's per month, right? For user subscriptions, you have 4,500 times 3. Wow, okay, big number. 500 users for Pro for 10K. Wow. Total user subscriptions is 20. So this is 33,000. That's nuts. But I guess if you're a big company and you have like 5,000 employees, maybe this number isn't that large. But still, kind of spooky. This one too. You decide to upgrade 300 of the users, and because they can benefit, you decide to cancel a queue for 10. Okay, this is just like an extension of the previous example. Is there anything more reasonable here? Like you have 10 employees or something? No, these are like 1,000 employees. Like, why are these examples so extreme? Like, is that the idea that this thing is only good for big companies? Is that what they're trying to say? I don't know. The pricing examples seem to indicate that. Because if you're a startup or something, like, you're not paying this per month. You're not going to have 1,000 users. But anyways. Okay. Anything else to see here? No. Okay, I think we have an idea of what the pricing is. So we know we have a free trial, 60 days. We can add some users. I guess we can take this in a lot of different directions right now. We can like either go into the console and start clicking around and see what that's like, or we can look more at the documentation. I usually like to look at the dev documentation. What is a connector? Connectors make it easy to synchronize data from multiple. Oh, okay. Fazell says maybe because small companies don't have the complexity of big ones to justify. I can't see what the last thing you wrote. Oh, using it. Yeah, you're probably right. Actually, you're right, because like if you're a small company, less than 5 employees, like you could just ask someone behind you, right? It seems like a much better product for distributed companies or companies where you have lots of employees, but you know, it probably scales up. Anyways, connectors. So this is kind of the mechanism that you use to ingest data, it looks like. So you have a custom data source connector. So you can use APIs. Okay, cool. So you can push content directly into Amazon Q Business. Okay, this is cool. So this basically means that if none of these mechanisms to sync your data work for you, you can always build your own with a custom data source connector. So like you can listen for maybe updates of documents to your data repository and then just call this API to ingest this data source. Pretty cool. And then like these are all the different types. So like, okay, so let's just make a small note here. Connectors. Way to ingest data into Q Business. Maybe I should make this bigger. There we go. There's a custom connector for programmatic ingestion if other mechanisms don't work. And then you also have all these other ones. So there's like SharePoint, Work Docs, OneDrive, SharePoint, Work Docs, OneDrive. I saw Gmail. This is from the previous documentation. And then what else did we see? Google Drive. Okay. Let's take a look at the FAQ really quick. Because usually this gives you some nice, like, let's go through these one by one. What is Amazon Q Business? This gives you some nice, like, succinct summaries of what these things do. Fully managed service that deploys generative AI business expert for your enterprise data. It comes with a built-in user interface where users ask complex questions in natural language, create or compare documents, generate document summaries, and interact with third-party applications. Okay, cool. How do I get started? Good to know. Amazon Q in the Q Business in the AWS Management Console. We'll get there in a few minutes. How does Amazon Q Business handle security and ensure the responses are based on provided enterprise data only? This is something I want to know. Supports access control for your data so that users have access to the right content based on their permissions. You can integrate your Amazon Q Business web experience with your external SAML. Okay, this is good for like just general auth. Oh wait, okay, this next question is what I was about to say. How do I ensure that my users receive the appropriate level of information through Amazon Q Business based on their permissions? That's exactly what I was thinking. Helps administrators define the boundary of its capabilities through the configurable controls. What are those controls? Amazon Q Business provides fine-grained security by managing enterprise access and access control lists. Okay. When a user asks Amazon Q Business a question, it analyzes the data in the enterprise systems and generates responses only from the content the user has access to. Okay. But doesn't this seem like a nightmare to set up and maintain? Like, what does this look like in action when you have certain groups in your company that want to keep certain data confidential? How do you ensure that just their data is readable, or like the chatbot can only use insights from their data, or can only give them responses based on their data? I still don't get it. Maybe it's something that will make sense when I try it. Okay, what enterprise controls are available to me as an admin? You can configure Q Business to respond strictly from enterprise documents, or allow it to use external knowledge to respond to queries when the answer is not available in enterprise documents. Administrators can also configure allowed topics and block topics and words so that the responses are controlled. Huh. Interesting. In addition, administrators can enable or disable the upload file feature for their end users. Cool. Holy crap, there's a lot to go through here. Regions, probably the most popular ones. Plugins that I don't really understand. Provides built-in plugins to interact with popular third-party applications such as Jira, ServiceNow, Salesforce. Okay. You can extend the capabilities. Okay, we got to spend more time there. How do I save or delete chat history? Automatically saves your conversation history for 1 month. The ability to delete conversation history. Cool. What file types? Okay. Standard stuff. PDF, CSV, docx. Okay. That's fine. Is it Word too? Yeah. Docx. Sorry. Can I choose my own large language model? No. However, AWS uses. Okay. So it's using Bedrock. How does Q Business handle data updates? Oh, here. This was what I was wondering. Amazon Q Business offers multiple pre-built connectors that can connect to your data sources so that you can implement your generative AI solution with minimal configuration. Connectors offer modes for full synchronization on or incremental data synchronization. Cool. So you can do like a full sync, I guess this is when you first set it up, or incremental whenever there's corresponding updates. That's kind of neat. so it can stay up to date with what's going on in the company. Can I add custom connectors? Yes, you can add your own. We just saw that briefly. Can I connect Q Business to other apps? You can use pre-built or custom plugins to connect any third-party application to enable searching of real-time data such as stock prices. Oh, nice. Package locations and more. With custom plugins, Amazon Q Business end users can take common actions such as submitting time off, sending meeting invites, and much more. So you can like really enhance it. How do I provide secure access to Q Business for my end users? I am Identity Center or Federation. I don't think we care about that. Why should I use Identity Center? It should be your primary tool to manage the AWS access. Okay. Personalization. Are automatically enabled. Q personalization uses employee profile data from your organization's identity provider that you have connected to IAM Identity Center with no additional setup needed for contextual, more useful responses. Okay. What are the best practices to receive highly relevant and tailored responses? Okay, interesting. To get more useful or more helpful and tailored answers from Q Business, please read our, I imagine this is just a lesson on prompt engineering, how to phrase your questions clearly and provide necessary context. Just want to take a peek at this. Oh God, this looks interesting. This is like a nice PDF. Let's just check this out really quick. Hopefully you can see. How do I take this away? Yeah. The output generated from Q Business can be generated from 3 sources. Okay, we know that. There are questions that you ask Q Business to complete specific tasks. The quality of your questions, which are the inputs, will influence the helpfulness of answers you receive, or the output. To get the most out of your business, it's important to know how to craft an effective prompt. Review this guidance to get the most accurate, complete. Okay. Ask questions or give commands. Don't just type keywords. Reg is not like a traditional search where you input keywords and get a result. It operates better when you with complete questions that are asked in specific, clear language rather than standalone phrases. I feel like this is just like general, not really specific to Q. But anyways, let's just get through it. How do I block pop-ups? So this is like a very clear question, right? Someone's trying to solve a specific thing. In contrast with like Google these days, at least for me, I'm just like dropping keywords in there. But these do better on specific questions where you give context. And like when you say things like give specific instructions step by step, this is very helpful to generate a response that actually helps you in the way that you're expecting. Remember that AI does not have subjective perspectives like humans. The instructions must be explicit enough that another person can perform the task by only reading the prompt. Okay. What is this? The 4 primary elements. When is Zooks going, from the chat, Doge, when is Zooks going to fold? We all know that shit is a scam when the CEO, okay. How do we moderate? That's kind of inappropriate. Let's get that out of there. The 4 primary elements. Okay, so the primary ask, the main action or information you want from Amazon Q Business. So my laptop is broken. I want some troubleshooting tips. Okay, you're giving it context in the form of input data, useful data points that you want included to influence the answer. I already tried updating it and restarting. Then you give context. My laptop runs on Windows 11, on Windows, and it's having Wi-Fi issues. Okay. And here's the ask. Format steps as a numbered list in the order of steps I should take. Cool. My laptop is broken. Okay, so this is them just putting it all in one line. Okay. To get the best experience with interacting with your content in Amazon Q Business, you should consider the source type of your data. If it's index content, chat uploaded content, and general LLM knowledge. Here's some examples to help you get started using Amazon Q Business based on what data you are interacting with. Okay, so this is if it's index data, so if it's uploaded. Get answers from existing documents or knowledge bases across your company's data sources that have been connected. Okay. You ask for instructions or guidance for specific processes, summaries on specific topics, ask who, what. Okay. What is the policy for replacement laptops? What are some Android phones? Not allowed for mobile email. Okay. These are just like specific pointed questions. Chat uploaded. Summarize documents and extract insights such as key themes, compare and contrast, identify action items and owners. What is the difference between these two contracts? Okay, so this is, when we say chat uploaded, it's like real time, right? Like, wait, hold on. Got it. Okay, so this is with reference to like data that's loaded into it. This is with reference to data that like you provide at the moment when you're chatting with the thing. At least I think. What's the difference between these two contracts? Highlight the pros and cons of each suggested approach in this PDF. Okay, what are the next steps to be discussed and who owns the topics? Fair. And then this is just general stuff. So ask questions of the LLM that need creative answers. Create a catchy title. Write a blog intro. Outline a presentation. So I guess the TLDR here is to understand the context in which you're asking the question, where the data is going to be drawn from. Use some of the tips here to give it context on like what things you've already tried, the additional context that the LLM could benefit from, and then what the specific ask is in like a specific format type as well. So that's like my TLDR from this. Anyways, that's fine. Let's close that out. Q apps. I don't want to get into this. This feels like something completely different. So we're going to delay that one. Actually, this was the FAQ for Q business, but I do want to know about Q developer quickly. Q developer. Oh, it's a different page. Okay, so there's just an Amazon Q homepage. Okay, I get it. That has all the details for all of the products. And then there's a business specific page that's got stuff for business. Okay. I think I already looked. No, I didn't look at this. I just looked at the general page. Okay. Oh, so this is what it actually looks like, I think. Automate task. Oh no, this is an app. Tired of repetitive tasks. What is this doing? Generate an app that creates a case study using the customer information. Customer A, customer B. Okay, I don't know what that's doing. Sales script. Oh, this is like, okay. Like custom things you want it to do. This is like, what's it called? Amazon Bedrock? No, not Bedrock. Party Rock. Where it's like you can create custom apps to like do specific things, but it's just like using the LLM in the background, but it's just like tailored to do something specific. Okay. That's what apps are. That makes sense. Topic filters. We kind of looked at this already. Q and QuickSight. Oh, this is kind of cool, isn't it? Can it start again? What's it doing? What's happening here? Oh, so you can ask it questions about your data. What are the best performing products? Okay. Oh, nice. That actually seems pretty sweet. Okay. I'd be interested in trying this at some point. Probably not now, but that seems very, very cool, by the way. Because there's a lot of people that spend way too much time just trying to like massage data in a certain way so that you can look at it so that it gives you what you want. This is actually something I think that LLMs and this like AI boom will help a lot with. Just general data insight, as opposed to having to do like all these transformations and all these processes where you do this, then you do that, then you do that. You can just load data into this thing and then ask questions in a natural language way, then like you almost don't need a whole class of employees. Well, I'm sure you need some, but not as many as before. Like imagine you can have a business leader, someone that doesn't necessarily have technical knowledge about how things are actually being done under the hood, but just wants to get some answers to business style questions. Like what are the top 5 categories of products that have sold in the last quarter, right? Think about if you were like an executive and you wanted to get an answer to that question. Maybe you know SQL, maybe you don't, right? But you'd have to pull that data, either pull the data yourself or ask a BI person to go and pull the data for you. Whereas if you have something like this, it greatly simplifies that ask, where the person can just come in here and interact with this tool on their own. So that's pretty cool. I'm excited about this to try it out at some point. Okay, other customers, fine. I did say I want to look at developer really quick. So let's do that. Oh, that's annoying. Developer. The most capable generative AI-powered assistant for software development. Here's how I handle that. Ooh. Help me write a function to get a wallet repository from DynamoDB. Instantiate a new DynamoDB client. Make an async request with user-defined table name and wallet ID. Return the value. Huh. Okay. We're gonna do this in a second here. Start a conversation with Q to explore new AWS capabilities, review your resources, analyze your bill, and architect solutions as an expert in AWS well-architected patterns, documentation, solutions, and implementation, and more. Cool. Code faster. Generates real-time code suggestions ranging from snippets to full functions based on your comments and existing code. It also supports CLI completions in natural language to bash translation in the command line. This is actually kind of funny. There was a tweet by Slipsky from AWS of like, oh, Amazon Q, like look at the cool stuff it does. And it had there was a snippet of code that was in his screenshot on Twitter, and it had like an infinite loop bug. It was kind of funny. So people pointed it out pretty quickly, but I thought that was an interesting little thing to happen. Build with autonomous agents. Q developer agents take a lot of work out of complex multi-step tasks. The agent for software development helps with implementing features, documenting code, and bootstrapping new projects, all from a single prompt. Create a password generator. To create a password generator, I would import the random. Whoa, it's going too fast. Oh, wow. It can actually create files for you and. No way. That's actually kind of good. Look. Can I pause this? Oh, no. Anyways, I'm excited to try that. Modernize legacy code in minutes. The agent for code transformation automates the process of upgrading and transforming Java apps. Transformations from Windows to cross-platform.net are coming soon. Cool. /transform. Going to JDK 17. Huh. But the result is not that good, Fazal says. Usually is like that. Especially with these things, they're kind of unpredictable. So even if you know if they do what they say they're going to do, you still have to check it over. It's not like foolproof. Upgrade. Why do they keep on using this example? They recently did this at work lately too, by the way, from Java 8 to 17. So they forced us to do this. It's such a pain in the ass. Maybe I shouldn't talk about this because they seem to be marketing a lot about this project, and I don't want to get in trouble if I say anything. Let's skip over that one. Fazal says needs a lot of code prompting to get something out of it. Yeah, that's my fear. Customize code recommendations. Securely connect Amazon Q Developer to your private repository to generate even more relevant code recommendations. Ask questions about your company code and understand your internal code bases faster. Operate and optimize through chat. Quickly understand what resources are running in your AWS account. Oh, this is cool. With simple natural language prompt preview, QDeveloper can help you diagnose errors in the console, help pick the right instance for the job, or even help you fix network connectivity problems so you can manage your infrastructure faster. Nice. Improve reliability and security, write unit tests, optimize code, and scan for vulnerabilities. Q will suggest remediations to help fix your code instantaneously. Amazon Q Developer Security Scanning outperforms leading public benchmark tools on detection across most popular programming language. Okay, that means nothing to me. By your side whenever you work, IDE, command line, or the console, fine. Q Developer makes the whole development life cycle easier. Up to 40% developer increase. Acceptance rate. Highest reported code acceptance rate among assistants that perform multi-line code suggestions. What does this even mean? Wait, are you telling me that it's only right 37% of the time and someone needs to make an update that often? So 63% of the time, someone needs to make a manual change to whatever it's pumping out. For each line? I don't know. I guess I'd have to read the study. But to be honest, this whole page looked like it's a massive sales pitch, right? And I feel like maybe it's being oversold. Not maybe, like it's definitely being oversold here. Sorry, you may hear a baby crying in the background, which my wife should be helping address shortly. But yeah, this seems like a massive sales pitch. Anyways, how do we get started with this thing? Let's try it. Download. Okay, I got Visual Studio open, or VS Code, sorry. So I was just playing around with something here. I haven't done anything. This is just a brand new Python project. I did already install this thing, but if you're like watching this and you want to like follow along, what's going on here? Explore. I think it's like Control-Shift-X. No, that's not right. There's a way to look at the extensions. Yeah. Oh, it is Control-Shift-X. It must be bounded to something else on my computer. Anyways, you can install Amazon Q here. So on Q. Right, so I already have it installed. So you want to click on install, and then you should see from now on this pop up here on the left. Now, I haven't done any linking for this thing yet, so I imagine I need to do something. Let's make this bigger. Use for free with the Builder ID personal profile from AWS. Okay. I guess we have to do this. Click. Do I want to copy? Do I want code to open the external website? I'm just going to do this on the side, because I feel like it's going to like show some kind of ID that I don't want to share and other people get in my account. Okay, I need to create a builder ID. I think I already have one. Do I? Let's see. Okay, sorry. Here, I can just show you what's going on here. This doesn't seem that important. Okay, let's put in my email, because I don't know if I already have one. Daniel. Okay. I gotta do this on the side. So let me put this over here and go to my email and get this code. Bear with me. Okay. Okay, I got an email. It's Got a code. Copy. Pasting this in. Verify. Okay. And it's making me set a password here. No password. Put in this CAPTCHA that I probably am going to fail at. Oh, jeez. Stupid password requirements. Oh, God. All right. To the PBF. Okay. Something's happening. Okay, I have a profile. I have a builder ID. How the hell does this work now? Do I just have to sign in with it? Authenticating in browser. Oh, wait. Okay, do I need to do this again now that I have an account? Sorry. We're figuring this out. Okay, okay. It's working, I think. So here's what I see. So, okay, I'm giving it access. Okay, I can close this window. Cool. I think we're good. What is happening here? This looks confusing. Okay. Let me just get rid of my terminal. Get inlet. What is this? Meet Amazon Q, your generative AI powered assistant across software development lifecycle. Amazon Q suggests code as you type based on your open files. Accepted suggestions from licensed code will go into the code reference log. Invoke manually with Alt-C. Alt-C. That didn't do anything. Oh. Scan for vulnerabilities. Access. Open the status bar menu. Isn't that supposed to be like at the bottom or something? Open a remote window. What about this thing? I'm not a big VS Code user, by the way. I usually use IntelliJ from JetBrains, but people mostly use VS Code, so that's why I use it for videos. I don't want to pause stuff. Oh, it's currently running. Okay. So if I wanted to disable it, I could. But how do I get back to this menu up here? Because I'm about to close this welcome thing. Okay, Amazon. Let's try this. Amazon Q suggests code as you type. Place your cursor at the end of line 5 and press enter to generate a suggestion. Press tab. Oh. So it's creating some... That's actually kind of handy. Wait, how do I accept that? Press tab. Nice. Okay, hold on. Whoa. Make... Is this how... Make a list of users with first name and last name field. Am I doing this wrong? I think I'm doing this wrong. Let's try this. Users with first name equal. Or do I have to give it? Well, this isn't working. Can I ask for another one? Another suggestion? Like try again. Press enter after typing the comment. I did. Let's go back. Nothing happens. Or Alt-C to manually invoke it. Oh. What? That's not quite what I want. Thank you, Fazal, by the way. You're helping me a lot here. Hold on. Let's try this. First name, Daniel. Last name, G. Okay. Let's say create 100 users with random data using the user object. Wait, how do I phrase this right? Hold on. Create fake data. Oh, wait. It's user object users or fake data using the user object below. Whoa. Oops. Alt-C. This is not a good experience. Unless I'm stupid. Which is also possible. Generate a list of 10 fake users. Each user should have a unique ID. Oh, is this... Enter. Enter. The frig. So it was telling me place your cursor at the end of line 5 and press enter to generate a suggestion. Press tab. Oh, tab to accept. Wait, all it did was add random? What is it doing? Each user should have a unique ID name. Okay. We're just going to close this and pretend this never happened. This isn't a good start. Okay, hold on. I'm Amazon Q. Tab to accept, arrow to see other suggestions when available. May have to use select. Oh, this stupid icon is in the way of your guys' text. I can't see. Control L. Okay, let's just try some stuff. I actually have a legitimate use case of like something that I want some help with on this. I have a Dynamo table, for example, and I want to run some queries on this table. Okay, so let's see how this will actually do. This is a real life example. You don't have permission to use what? Okay, we're gonna go over here. All right. What do we got here? It's conversations. Something that has some data. Oh, I think I built something and this has some data in it. Yeah, it's got some stuff. Oh yeah, this was for like a little serverless word counter thing I was doing. I was looking at tweets and calculating the frequency. Oh, this was during the World Cup too. Lionel Messi scored a goal. Okay, so I have a tweets table. Let's see if we can figure this out. I have a tweets DynamoDB table, and I want to scan it. Okay, I want to run the DynamoDB scan operation. So that's what I need help with. Let's see if we can instrument this to work. So let's say table underscore name is equal to tweets. It was tweets, right? Yeah. All right. Now let's like give it a method, scan table, right? Ooh. That's not bad. I'm pretty sure this is right. Hold on. Let's take this. We're going to put this here. Is this right? Let's try it. Oops. What's this file guide? Test. Oh, sorry. We want to print. Oh, there. We need to call. Oh, do we need to do this after? That's kind of good. So hold on though. What's the count? I wanted to do pagination now because there's a lot of data here, right? Or what if I want to say, like I want to add a filter expression. Yeah, the automatic suggestions are kind of annoying. I'm not going to lie. Like, I think the manual invoke it when you go or when you need it makes more sense. Okay, there's probably going to be like swear words in here. Okay, how about what we do is I want to add a filter expression on the word field so that it only shows me data that has numbers in it and not any characters. Like, so like 2026 would match, 2020, 2014, 2023. If there's anything in here with just numbers. Let's see if we can figure this out. Okay. How are we going to do this? See, I'm not like good at asking questions to it is the problem. So let's say take the results. Oh, hold on. Say add a filter expression such that results in the word field contain only numbers. Don't ask a question, add documentation. Huh. Is that right? Word contains one. Well, that's not right. None of these are right. Just literally looking for... Actually, I don't think there's an easy way to do this either. Like you'd have to write a whole method that would like convert it to string and then... Wait, how would you do this? I don't think there's an easy way. Let's make this thing's life simpler. Should we make it simpler? What else can we do here that's interesting for a filter expression? Okay, let's say it has the word Ronaldo in it. Those records that contain the word Ronaldo. Alt-C. It's not right. Okay. Now, Fizzle is saying, like, you would document the function code below. Don't ask a question. Add documentation. Okay. Adds a filter. Okay, hold on. I see what you're saying. Okay. Scans the tweets DynamoDB table and filters the results such that the word partition key only contains Ronaldo. That's right? Like that's what I would put. Okay, Alt C. Ooh. Okay. Thank you, Faisal. This is helping. Tab to accept. Okay. I think that's right. That looks good. Can I tell it to pretty print? Oh, this is good. Wait. The contents of the response. No. What I had before was good. The response object. Yeah, that's looks right. I mean, gotta move some things around, but oh wait, what did I just do? So I'm using Vim mode and it's like combining with like copy pasting. It's not easy here. Oh God, what happened? No, there. Okay, we need this to go up here, right? Okay. And that. And let me just help it a little bit. Okay. Try. Nice. That's kind of cool. Let's see if it can do pagination for me. Okay, I'm just gonna comment all this out. Let's try this again. Scans the tweets DynamoDB table with pagination. Right? Let's see. Oh, this does look right. And look, it's using the context from before to know that I want it pretty printed. Huh. Accept. Press tab? Yes. Okay. Sorry, I'm still learning the shortcuts here. So scan table. So it's doing table scan. It's getting the items in the data field. And yeah, it's looking for last evaluated key in the response. And then while it's there, it's doing a scan. Oh, wow. It's actually extending the item list here. Wow. This looks good. Definitely faster than I would. And it printed it really nice too. Oops. Not bad. I don't think we actually needed pagination here. But because the size is under the, I think it's 4 megabyte limit or something like that. But this is usually a pain in the ass to like to do. I always forget the syntax, and then depending on the language that you're into, it's kind of rough. What else can we do with this thing to try out? Oh, let's try the actual question thing on the side. This is actually pretty cool for the response. Or, I'm just thinking. How about if we... Okay, this is good for DynamoDB stuff and AWS stuff. But what if I wanted to like extract all of the words, right? And now I just want a list of all of this, like ready, that's, lifted, US, right? Can I do that? So let's say we... What's going on here? My Vim mode is not working. Do I have caps lock on? No, now I do. Okay. Why is my W key sporadically not working? Okay, we're going to say return data, right? And then let's do a thing here that says results is equal to take the results of the scan tables function and extract. Oh wait, you told me I need to use documentation or write this in a way where it's like documentation. Okay, I'm just going to try this first. Take the result of the scan table function and extract the word field, the item, and put it in a list. Put them in a list, right? Generating. Words is equal to item, word for item in... Oh, I think this is right. Print words. That looks right. Not bad. Not bad at all. Okay, let's try this. Filter words to take... You can, Faisal says, you can write like question or indications. Oh, like, so you give it like examples. But I found out that the results are way better if you write like documentation, probably because the code normally comments after documentation comments. Interesting. Filter words to take only entries containing numbers. Maybe I can say like use a regular expression or something, right? Oh, so it's looking at each... Oh, you see what it's doing here? It's looking at each word and then looking at each character one by one to see if it's a digit. This doesn't seem very efficient, but I suppose we can try it. No way. Yeah. Oh. Terminal. Oh, I gotta activate, sorry. Yeah, not quite. kind of got it. I guess if it's got any number in it. How about contain just numbers? Maybe that's the problem. What the hell is this? Wait. Alt-C. How do I accept that? Or is it giving me options? What was that? Come on, Amazon Q. You're bugging out on me here. Okay. What the hell is this? Words with numbers. Okay. Filter words signaling letters and numbers. What is it doing? Okay, what if you do this? What if I be a little bit be more prescriptive? Let's tell it to use a regular expression. Use a regular expression on words to produce only those entries containing just numbers. This should be better. That's only part of it, dude. Yeah, that looks right. Accept. Why does it do it in comments sometimes? Oh, I gotta import regular expressions. Okay. I don't like that it puts it in comments sometimes and not other times. Okay. Let's see what this does. Whoa. Oh, it's swapping. Oh, you see what it's okay. It's a little bizarre. It's selecting, starts with, okay. Oh, it's substituting. Not quite, but pretty close. It gives you something to work with so that you, like, how would I do this normally? Like, you know, I'd probably have to look up some documentation, figure out the library, blah, 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 blah. So it speeds up some things and slows me down in other things. So I don't know, is it like a zero-sum gain? Or is it actually helpful? Like, there's some stuff that's undoubtedly helpful. Things like this, right? Where you're looking for a specific operation. You don't necessarily know. Like, you know that the system is capable of doing this, but you don't know the exact syntax and you just kind of want to bang it out, right? Oh, this is cool. See real world examples. Huh. But then there's other cases where it doesn't necessarily work perfectly. Like here, like you're doing trying to do something like very specific that it's kind of struggling with. So kind of mixed results. I'll have to use it more to kind of form any good conclusion. Anyways, explain selected code. Let's try this. What does this do? The provided code snippet is a Python function, retrieves all the items. And enters a loop that continues as long as there's a last value. Okay. Okay, in simpler terms, this function is designed to retrieve all items from a DynamoDB table, even if the number of items exceeds the maximum number of items that can be retrieved in a single operation. It does this by repeatedly calling the scan method using the last evaluated key to continue to scan where left off in the previous call until all items have been retrieved. The approach is useful when you need to work with the entire data set from a DynamoDB table, as opposed to querying for specific items or using filters to retrieve a subset of the data. Cool. What else can you do with this thing? Ask a question. What did we see on the docs here? What else can you do? How can I build a... Okay, so this is just telling me what to do. I wanted to actually generate stuff. What was the one that we saw where it can like create files for you? Agent, what is this? Okay. Build with autonomous agents. Yeah, this is it. Amazon Q developer agents take a lot of the work out of complex multi-step tasks. The agent for software development helps with implementing features, documenting code, and bootstrapping new projects, all from a single prompt. The agent for software development achieved the highest scores. Okay. So you're basically just telling it to do something. Okay, so let's tell it to do something in the chat thing on the side and see what it comes up with. Create, what do they use? Number generator? Password generator. Let's try like a number generator. Python. Or a random number generator, I should have put. Oh, it gives sources too. How do I make it write the code though? Like, create the files. Is that like a... Oh, this is kind of cool. Insert at cursor. Copy. How did they do that? Where they had that write code button there. There must be some other feature that I'm not aware of. Okay, that's fine. Maybe we can figure that out later. All right. This is not bad. I mean, it's free, right? So not really complaining. It's a good little assistant to have like alongside your editor. Oh, maybe this is the pro version actually, like giving you additional functionality, like actually creating the structure of your files that you need. But yeah, I'm not paying for that. Sorry. This thing isn't that helpful. Anyways, let's actually try the Amazon Business thing now. I guess I can close these down and let's just get in the console and start screwing with stuff. So Amazon Q Business, I guess. See what this is about. Boost employee productivity. We know all this. We know features, use cases. Kendra. Okay. Get started. Or is there something on the side here? So I have to build an application. I don't want to click this button because then it's going to like launch a wizard, right? Did that bring me here? Oh, okay. It brings you to the same spot. What is this? Experiment with a sample. Try out the capabilities of Amazon Q before creating an application for your team. Create generative AI application and then enhance it. Add plugins, admin controls, customize the web experience. Okay. So I'm probably going to do this. Try a quick application, but I just want to see what happens if I click this. Whoa. Create an application. Okay, what are you going to do here? Service access. Amazon Q business requires permission to use other services on your behalf. Oh, so this is a role? This is a type of service role that is linked to the AWS service. Okay, fine. Encryption, I don't care. IAM Identity Center, sure. Cross region. Should I do this? Maybe I'll come back to it. Let's try the sample first. Try a quick application. Oh. What? Helpful tips. Is this just doing the same thing as... Oh no, this has more steps where it's got retriever and data sources. Okay, so it's doing that for me. Cool. Test app. Create. We are creating your application. Could take a few minutes. Oh, well, that's better. Manage access for information on what's included. So I imagine I have to add myself. Search by user. What is this? Do I even have any? Are these IAM users? What is this? Add new users? Oh God. What is this? Here we go again. So I guess you gotta like create a profile. So it's Daniel, okay. 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 All right, cool, I'm here. Ooh, definitely not pro. Okay, creating a new role. Okay. Create. What is this? Why did this pop up now? You can only use the groups to add multiple users. Groups must be managed in IAM Identity Center. Okay, it's creating the app. Cool. Am I going to get an email now where I need to get my password for this? Let me do that while it's happening on the side. If you just joined, we are looking into Amazon Q for the first time. We just tried out the code complete feature, or Amazon Q for developer. Now we're trying Amazon Q for business, which, as we learned, is more so for like parsing your content, whether it be wikis or PDFs or Word or documentation, whatever you have, and making it searchable so that you can interact with it. Okay, I got an email to join IAM Identity Center, and I'm going to click accept invitation. And now I need to create a password, which I will copy to my clipboard because it's auto-generated. Set new password. Now it is asking me to sign in. I wonder if it's going to forward us to this URL right here, like the one that says web experience. I don't know. I'm just doing this on the side because I don't know if it's going to show sensitive data. I am signing in. We couldn't sign in. That's nice. Maybe I have to activate something here. Test app, okay. Web experience. Oh, this is where I just was. Okay, hold on. Oh, it's oh, okay. I think I know what I did wrong. I put my email in instead of my username. There we go. Okay, we're in. Things are happening. Okay. I am Amazon Q Business, your AI assistant. Ask me anything to start a conversation. I'll give you answers using information from your company. Let's get started. Well, what kind of information do you have about my company? Let's try that. Something. What? Something's not right. This application is limited to conversation. Oh, okay. Upload a file to get started. Alternatively, turn off respond from approved sources in conversation settings to generate creative content. How do I turn that off? New info. How do I? Okay, now it's upload a file to get started. Alternatively, turn off respond from approved sources in conversation settings to generate content. Oh, do I have to like create a new? Am I dumb? Does anyone see it? Okay. Let me go. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to download a file on like some documentation of something. Let's download. What are we going to download? AWS Lambda documentation PDF. And we're going to give it this thing and see if we can ask questions. Okay, downloads. And then here. And then let me get the file. Where is... Can I just do that? Nope. Okay. Just going to select that. Cannot be large. Damn it. I want something smaller. What else can we download? Okay, this one's a lot shorter. Let me see how big this is. Okay, the Lambda one was 20 megabytes. Okay, this one's 3.8. This should be good. Let's try. Okay, so this is serverless. Serverless core documentation. What is this even about? So it's got a bunch of stuff on data processing, advanced topics, blah, blah, blah. Summarize the key ideas from this document. Well, this is dumb. What are we doing here? I can only do file uploads in this sample app. And then you're telling me my subscription doesn't include file uploads? Guys, this is not a good developer experience. So what do I got to do now? Go enable Business Pro for this user? Jassy, get your people on this. Send the question mark email. All right. So that's that. Let me see if I can fix it maybe. Go into the app. Okay. I got to give myself a $20 a month subscription now. How do I change this? Yeah, we're going to Business Pro. Confirm. Mm-hmm. We try again. Try again. Okay, hold on. Just give it a new shake. Okay. We're selecting the file. We're uploading it. Summarize the contents of this PDF with the key ideas. Okay, it's doing something. What? All right. Summarize the contents of this PDF with the key ideas. Copy details to help debug. What is happening here? It's telling me it's limited to conversations on uploaded files, and then it won't allow me to upload files. This is not a good look. Let me try to get something else now. What else can we download? What is something that we can download that, I don't know, some random PDF. What is this? Probability theory? Is that what that said? Sure. We're downloading this. Save. Okay. I saved this. Let's go upload it. I'm giving it one more shot. If I can't do this, and we're done. Summarize the contents of this PDF. Really? This isn't good. One more time. Like, do I have to give it time? What is this PDF about? I don't know what the hell, man. This is not good. This is hot garbage. It cannot perform its main function, which is extremely, extremely disappointing. Like, this should be like a big problem if I was the Amazon. Like, this is a big problem. Let's be real here. You have a sample app that doesn't even work. How are you expecting people to use this thing? Apps. What is this? Tired of repetitive tasks? Tell me what you need done and I'll create a custom app tailored for your needs. You can also use a Sparkle to turn a conversation into the Amazon Q app. Legal document. Try out an example. Is this going to work? Who the hell knows? What is it even doing here? It's like interacting with AWS Party Rock, apparently. Oh, okay. Yeah, this is literally like the back end of Party Rock. They just added a skin on it. Yeah, no thanks. Library. Oh, these are ones that already exist. Oh, this is what I already downloaded. Okay. Well, this is not good. You need /dev to prompt it. Wait, what? Faisal. Watching 2x to get back. The file generation, you need to /dev to prompt. Let's try this again. Summarize this PDF. Yeah, I keep on getting no answer is found. I don't know what's going on here. Doesn't seem... You have 10 free plans to test. After that, it's paid. Well, I still can't get this working, which is kind of the thing I was most excited about. And I feel like I can go to Claude and ChatGPT like right now, and they'll do this, right? This doesn't make any sense. Anyways, let's try. Let's just poke around here and see what's going on. This is still a test app. Web experience, retriever settings, groups and users. Okay, we already did this part. Oh, did it like... Okay, so since the app type I created was the sample app, it didn't have any data that was loaded into it. It was just through the chat and the upload. So that wasn't working, obviously. So if we set up a retriever, we can source the content from S3, from like a manual upload or Gmail, whatever we want. So let's see what's going on here. Ooh. Retriever is an index from which we can get data in real time. To connect documents to your application, choose a retriever. Okay. Provision starter enterprise index units with a capacity of 20,000 documents per index unit. It's still unclear to me what these index units are. I think I need to look at the developer documentation for it. Index provisioning starter. Number of units 1. Okay. You can do a web crawler? What? This is actually kind of cool. Source URLs. Tell it to crawl my site. Is this going to work? Authentication. Whoa. This is getting complicated. Amazon Q requires an IAM role to access repository credentials and application content. Create new role. This has got a lot of stuff to look at. Oh, I think this is setting specific to the crawler. Okay. That's why this is complicated. Oh, shit. Sync the domain only. Okay. Crawl depth. This is sick. This is like a web crawler built in here. Okay, someone's doing something, right? URL page. Sync mode. You can do it on a schedule? This is sweet. All right, let's try it. Oh. What's the next error? Oh boy. This is going to blow up my website. Let's see. Do, 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 do. By the way, let me know if you guys are liking live streams in general. I'm kind of on the fence of if I want to get started doing them often or just kind of when I feel like it. I haven't done them in like many, many years. Since 2021 was my last live stream. But let me know if you guys like this kind of stuff. Error. String does not match. Oh, does it need HTTPS? Let's try that. Hey, we did it. Then we can upload files later. Oh, wow. You can connect it directly to your database? This is kind of cool. I can connect this to my Gmail. I like that. What's Alfresco? Connected to Postgres on-prem. Okay, cool. I like this. What if I did S3? Do I have to give it a bucket, I imagine? Yeah, I do, don't I? Okay. I'll do that. I'll try that later. No. Go back. Back. Cancel. Okay. The web crawler's still there, thank God. Let's do this. Okay. We're creating the following data source, my website. Update. Ooh. This is getting interesting now. Is it going to crawl my website? It's kind of nice. I'm just thinking of like other potential applications for this. Like this is a really, really good feature. The fact that it's got a web crawler built in. Very nice. Assuming it works. I don't know how long it'll take though. Enhancements. Oh my God. There's so much to know here. Okay, let's put a pin in this. We're going to come back to it. Because I don't know how long that's going to take. Let's just start looking at this other stuff here. Okay. Admin controls. Topic controls. It looked like the back end to Party Rock, yeah. For the generation code. Oh, dev. Okay, Fazil, that makes sense. Okay, I'll have to try /dev later in VS Code, but it's okay. Anyways, what are we doing here? By default, Amazon Q Business Application generates responses from your connected data sources only. Allow end users to send queries directly to the LLM. Oh, this is where you can change this. Yeah. Blocked words. Let's just try a blocked word. Lambda. Allow users to upload files. Allow end users with the web experience to use Amazon Q apps. Okay, so this is just like general setting configuration. It should have Lambda in there right now, right? Okay. Sorry, my dog is howling in the background. He's crazy. I don't know if you guys can hear that. I just put Lambda in there. Why didn't it... Oh, I have to click this button. It's a lovely experience. Okay. Q apps. We just looked at this, I think, right? Yeah. Add a plugin. Create a plugin to connect to your enterprise application. Nice, it connects to Jira too. Configure plugins to allow end users to perform actions in third-party services from within their web experience track, for example. Oh, this is cool. So like you can move tasks to like, or create an issue. Oh, nice. This is kind of neat. Or like mark a status of an item is done. You can create your own too. Okay, cool. This is like ChatGPT plugins. Makes sense. Oh, analytics. Hasn't had any user activity. Yeah, because I couldn't. All right, so that seems like it's stuff that we care about. Let's see if it's done crawling my website now. Ooh, it's active. Oh, I think I have to sync it, right? Sync now. Go and destroy my website. Can take a few minutes to a few hours. Sync speeds are limited by factors such as remote repository throughput and throttling, network bandwidth, and size of documents. Okay, that's going to take a while, probably. Why don't I try to like upload that file? It was like some random thing that I had here. Let me open it for you so you can see. I don't know what this is. Just some like random PDF I found. Whatever. Let's see if it can summarize it if I upload it. Okay. So now file uploader, that's uploaded. So let's go back to the web experience. How do I get back there? There it is. Okay. What am I going to ask it? What was that PDF even about? Explain entropy. Sorry, I cannot find relevant information to complete your request. Oh, okay. So it's going to the internet now. Publications. Okay, what we'll ask. What's like a question that this thing, something this thing answers that I can ask a question? Logically. Okay, explain invasion methods. Fine. Can't find an answer. What kind of information do you have access to? Maybe that PDF isn't a good example. Rudder asks, "Hey man, I've heard that in Amazon a lot of code is now being actively developed by AI. Thousands of code lines in several hours. Java migration case. When will AI replace infrastructure people tomorrow or next week?" I was talking about this earlier. Like you're probably talking about that Java migration thing that I can't remember who mentioned it on Twitter, but it got a lot of likes and stuff. And they're saying, oh, it saved tens of thousands of hours of developer time. I can't really talk about that because they are doing a lot of marketing on it and I don't want to get in trouble. So one thing I guess I can say is that I think it can be beneficial in some circumstances. I don't think a lot of the infrastructure work is going to be going away anytime soon. I think you're always going to have a person that needs to look over whatever these things are doing because they're kind of hit and miss. So I don't think jobs are necessarily threatened by this in like the tech space for now. But yeah, I do think though that Java 17 thing with them like simplifying the migration was a little bit oversold, I guess is the way to say it. But that's all I'll say. Let's see if it's done the crawling of the website now. Someone asked, this PDF is on your website. No, it was just some random thing that I pulled. Oh, cool. You can view the report. What is this? Yeah, Pranay is saying in the chat, he's an Amazon employee. Java migration succeeded because of the same pattern being repeated over multiple applications. It's exactly right. Like, it's not that hard to upgrade an app. Like, it's just a couple lines. So AI did that, and we're like somehow saying it's like some massive accomplishment. Like, I don't know. Could have wrote a script to do that. Would you write a blog post about me if I did that? I don't know. In general, I think though, like I was actually talking to my uncle about this earlier. This whole AI thing. I mean, it's beneficial. Let's be real. Like, there's definitely a lot of jobs that are going to be impacted by this. But I think a lot of business people that don't really understand how it works are overselling it. I mean, you look at the news, you look at these quarterly reports from these companies, and it's like AI. They're all talking about AI. And I'm like, guys, can you shut up? Like, it's really annoying because they're just going all in on this, and they're not really understanding the limitations or when it's applicable. Like, it's useful in certain circumstances, I'm not going to lie, but like, stop overselling this thing as some kind of pill that's going to solve every problem. It's not. Like, certain job families, like photography, for example, are extremely impacted. Like, editing is impacted. Any creative thing where you're creating content, obviously that's going to be impacted. But stuff that requires like a lot of technical training, like tech work specifically, I don't think is going to be a target for this. You're gonna need to know it because it's gonna make your life easier, make you more efficient. And if you don't know how to use these tools, you're gonna be left behind. That's 100% true. But I don't think that, like, I think the impact of it is kind of being oversold in a lot of circumstances by people that don't really understand how it works or what its limitations are. So that's concerning for me. But yeah, that's what I think about it overall. Thanks, man, for the answer. I really enjoy your videos. Quite useful. Keep doing them. Thanks so much, man. It's been like 5 years since I started this channel, so I don't plan on stopping anytime soon. But anyways, this thing is taking forever to upload. So I don't know how long I'm going to wait for this, to be honest with you. But here's my summary from what I've seen so far. QDeveloper, it was actually pretty good. Kind of confusing to get started at first, and the syntax of like generating suggestions. There was a good suggestion in the chat, which was to disable the auto suggest, and just there's a shortcut that you can use to just generate the response when you need it. I'm probably gonna disable the auto suggestions and use that approach because it's way too noisy. Like, there's stuff popping up all the time. I'm like, just get out of here. and it just becomes something you're fighting against as opposed to something that's helping you. So probably going to get rid of that, but it was able to do a lot of what I asked. So one of the things we tried was like create a function for scanning a DynamoDB table, and it worked, and also do it with pagination. That also worked. And then extract the entries with only numbers in them or something. That kind of worked. And then I think that's kind of where I stopped, but overall pretty good. And then QBusiness has been a horror show. I tried the sample application, which was broken and wasn't letting me upload files, despite limiting me to only being able to interact with it if I uploaded a file. So that was really disappointing. So if someone works on the Amazon Q team, you guys should probably fix that because it's not a good look. And then I haven't been able to try the connectors yet, which allow you to load custom data into it because it's taking forever. But I do plan on trying this out later once it finishes syncing, syncs my web crawler. Really cool feature though, that it can automatically scan websites and like index itself. Very, very handy. So that's pretty cool, assuming that it works well. And then other thoughts about it in general, price is very high. $3 per user for the base, like just light version. And then $20 per user for the pro version, which kind of pricey, to be honest, for what you get. I don't know if it's worth. And the developer thing is free. So what are we paying for here? Maybe it's useful if you're in a big company and data is all over the place and documentation is just kind of spread out between multiple platforms. But, you know, it's a lot of money to potentially be spending on this stuff per month too. So it doesn't end. And the other thing too, like at least in the documentation that I've read, the intro stuff, it's not that great. It doesn't explain some key concepts like indexes. Like you can have up to 5 indexes and it's somehow related to the amount of data, and you need to pay per month depending on the amount of indexes that you want. And like it didn't explain why I want 1 or 5 or less or what the deal is there. So I'm probably going to have to get into the developer documentation at some point to figure that out. But yeah, that is like overall thoughts on Amazon Q. Maybe I'll make a video on this. I don't know. Let me know in the chat if you want to see like a compressed video of this all kind of put together. But I feel like it's still kind of rough around the edges. They have some nice features, but other stuff seems to be fundamentally broken. Hopefully it gets fixed and updated. But if I were to rate this out of 10 in its current form, 6. That's generous. But that's what it is. Anyways, I'm going to cut this off now. Thanks so much for tuning in. And if you guys want to watch this video, like this will be automatically uploaded on my channel. So if you want to watch it from the beginning, you can do that. But thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. And if you're a new viewer, welcome. But if not, I'll see you soon, hopefully. Anyways, have a